Welcome to the engage phase. You are here in the customer value journey. Now, like I said before, there are really important pieces to engage with people now that are trying to have the conversation. So here's some spots. One, you have a skills and endorsement section inside of your profile, but many people don't use it the right way. And here's a rule of thumb. Everyone asks me, how do I get more endorsements? Well, you have to give them. Okay, so you need to go out and actually be the endorsement fairy and give everybody endorsements. And then guess what? Reciprocity kicks in and they endorse you too. But the key is to make sure that they're endorsing you for the right thing. So here we have leadership, management, public speaking. Now this is important because if you come to my profile, these are the things that I and others have said that I'm an expert at, I'm good at, I'm proficient. So when you go here, this is going to be somebody like, people ask me leadership questions all the time. They send me messages on LinkedIn. Many people reach out to me about leadership because it says that other people think I'm a good leader. Down here in the public speaking side, a bunch of people have said, Marcus, you're a good public speaker. So I get people reaching out to me saying, can you speak at my conference? I see that you're a good public speaker. So these are highly important. Now here is a very important piece. This is how you actually go in and manipulate and add in the actual skills and endorsements that you want people to see. Because the key here, the rule, is that they're only going to see the top 3. That's really where you're going to be endorsed. You have a lot of other endorsements where people have endorsed you, but you can go in and actually manipulate those and put them where you want them to be so that they're prominent or you can suppress. So if you see here in the video, you can start on that skills and endorsement section and you see that there's tons of other things that people have endorsed me for, but I want leadership, management, and public speaking. I can add a new skill here. I can go ahead and add something if I don't feel like it's there, or I can go over and hit the actual edit button and I can move those sections. So I can move CRM up into my top 3, or I can drop it back down and suppress it. That's really, really important because you want to be able to control what people click on when they come to your page. Now, the next thing is recommendations. The number one key here for recommendations is to ask for them, okay? Most people do not ask, and LinkedIn makes it very easy for you to do so by saying ask for a recommendation button. It's prominent, you can't miss it. Now, there's a couple of rules here. 4 is kind of the place I'd love to see people, because when people are rolling down through your profile, they're going to start to see these recommendations and they're going to be like, oh, this person's easy to work with. They did these great projects with other really interesting and important people. So I am very intentional about who I ask. I ask people that I've done things with that I feel like are major accomplishments. I ask other leaders who are at really important companies that are speaking to my ideal audience. So in this case, Rachel Williams, who is my homegirl, who I love so much, was the global head of diversity and inclusion at StubHub. She was previously at Yelp. We worked a lot together on the diversity front when I was at Yelp, and she wrote a just unbelievable, Rachel, if you're watching, thank you so much. This was an amazing recommendation. And many people are now asking me about, hey, wow, I saw that Rachel wrote this really great thing about you on diversity. Would you mind having a conversation with me? So it's a conversation starter. Now on this next page, I'll show you a little bit of how to do that. So if you click on and where it says ask for recommendations, or you hit the edit button, you'll be able to see all of the recommendations you currently have, the ones you've received, the ones you've given, and you can show or hide them. You can ask for revisions if you're, confident, because that's a tough one. You ask somebody to revise your recommendation. The other thing that you can do is you can actually go in and ask. And when you click ask recommendation, it will prompt you to go ahead and say who do you want to ask a recommendation from? And then you type in their name and it finds their profile. And then once it finds the profile, it will actually go through and prompt, how do you know them? What's the relationship? And inside of that, it'll give you an opportunity to write a nice message asking for a recommendation. And that'll give them the opportunity on LinkedIn in their inbox to do so. So I think that not only are recommendations and also skills and endorsements great ways to start conversations, they're places on this platform where you're not the only person telling everyone else in the world how great you are. And that is very, very powerful.